Hello, welcome. Late night city skylines. Glad you could join us. Not going to be a super long stream, but I did think, we should probably do something this week, since we didn't last week. Yeah, glad you're here. We're going to have a little bit of roadway designing fun tonight. Connecting our airport up here to the main area of the city, and extending our highway all the way down here to connect with this highway and also with the airport. So just trying to figure out exactly how I want to do this. So I posted last week a screenshot of my test save, where I branch off from what we do on stream and test ideas out. And what I ended up doing for that was bringing this down this way, hopping across this little gap here, and then here, putting in a T intersection, trumpet interchange, I think is probably what most people know that as. Right here, connecting to an access road, and then doing another one here by busting down this part of the hillside. So I think we're probably going to do something similar to that. Maybe have it lined up a little bit better. Let's actually see what's going on with our power grids. Oh, it's probably the airport people complaining. Yep, that's what it is. So we'll have to fix that as well. Yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good Sunday night or Monday morning, depending on where you are. Just recently found your channel, but love your videos. Keep it up. Hey, thanks, Jellyfish Gaming. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Alex, welcome. Devilish Fun, MP3 Zilla, William. Hey, how you doing? Good to have you in chat. Hopefully you're having a fantastic evening. So I think what we're going to want to do first is get our road network by the airport up and running here. This is the large terminal, so this has a upstairs and a downstairs we want to connect to. These are going to be annoying for the next like 20 minutes, I'm sure. All the new buildings I quote-unquote unlocked because I turned on unlock everything, so we get to deal with that. But the gist here is these are all just one-way roads for drop-offs and arrivals, so they need to actually be separate and kind of split off from the main entrance road and then reconnect before they leave. So the idea that I had was first off do this with the dirt roads because it's a little bit easier to work with. Come in here with our curve tool. God, this is so annoying. Stupid things. And then figure out exactly what we want the radius of this stuff to be. I don't think it needs to be 10 units. I think 6 and 6 is probably fine for the very inside one. So if you do that, then you can come up here. I believe, is 8 and 8 enough? It is. So we'll do 8 and 8 again. So that's fine with a 2-lane, I guess not really any lane, gravel road. It gives us a very nice rounded approach thing right here. And what we're going to want to do is check and see if that's going to work with our 3-lane one-way with a bus lane, which is what this is. I want to see if we can match that. So let's go ahead and stick that in there. It's going the wrong way. Make sure this is set up correctly. And if the bottom one also fits, then I think we'll be in good shape. So they fit like that. As soon as we bring this down, I'm wondering if it's even going to let us do this. Yeah, rip to the rock. Well, that's showbiz, baby. Sometimes it just be like that. So the idea I had here was I want to... that's not what I wanted to do. I need to lower this all the way down here. Probably need to actually start this on the ground. I don't know, there's some sort of voodoo that I ended up doing the last time I did this that ended up working out pretty well. So we just want to slope these, see if that works at all. It doesn't look too bad. Pretty even. But now the fun part is getting this to connect here, and this is something I spent a lot of time playing with when I was in the testing world. See, we got 2-lane one-way. One of these is going to be 4 lanes, I think is what we are going to want right here. 4-lane one-way road. So the problem with how City Skylines does stuff is it's going to always want to center everything when you do road splits and merges. So, God, this is so irritating having this all pop up. Wish I could disable those. But anyway, what I was going to get at was having this come in like so and actually connecting to that. Oh, good. That actually merges correctly. Then we're going to want to come in here Jeez. That is quite annoying. Now let's see, is this, if I turn off anarchy, is this going to let me, no it won't, okay. So what if I were to do, say this? Ah, that looks like garbage. That's probably why it didn't want to let me do that. Turn off snap on grid. Gotta remember how to do all this stuff. Alright, so if we did that... Okay, that's still not working. So I think the issue is these are still too close. Which means we're going to have to come back in here and redo this top thing right here. So 8 is actually not enough. Let's try 9. Ah, but it's only 8 if we come out this way. Okay, well if I did that... Okay, that's the same problem we just had. So if I did 8 and then 8, no, it's exactly the same. Bear with me while I think out loud. This is always how this tends to go. Okay, so I've got that coming out to... No, that's too wide. You know what's funny is I spent like 3 hours doing this when I sat down to play with that. And here we still are. Me figuring out my life again live on stream. That's fine. I think the problem we might have had is having the inside be too tight. So if I just commit to going to 9, and then have this come out. Okay, that's way too big. Way too big. The frustration is real, I know. So if we have this come out to 9 on that side, so that actually increases the radius, so now it's a little bit too big. So I need that to go like one more over. So if I only set that to 8, that's pretty much exactly where we were, though, is the problem. See, this is the fun. This is what you guys missed. I had this all figured out, and then I just completely threw it away. So now that's 8. If I come out a little bit further... See, this is what frustrates me, is the numbers don't ever match. So I can do this, but then it's going to be way too big. 9 and 9, that's just like bonkers huge. That's way too big. Alright, so if I were to... Oh, nope, now I have to redo that entire side. There we go. I wanted to get this down to grad level, is what I was attempting to do. Alright, now that's all fixed, but it's super far away. So let's, at the very least, try to slope this. Yeah, it's not great. Not looking great. But if that's how this is set up, then maybe I actually want to come in here and curve road and do this as a 7 and a 6. It's looking a little better. I don't know if I want to do a monorail loop. I don't think we need the monorail, actually. God, these new building notifications are the most annoying thing on the face of the earth. I'm going to get like 200 of them. They just won't ever go away. Alright, so if we split the distance here, bring this out 12 units. God, shut up. If I just go straight line, you know, that actually doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look too bad. So I'm trying to get this to play nice. I don't think it's going to want to. Toolkit for parallel roads. Look, you have to understand that I'm stupid when it comes to this game. I'm not very good. That's why I'm doing this, because I want to make videos on it, like actual videos. And I'm teaching myself, even though I've had the game in my Steam library for 8 years. Okay. God, this... Ah! You are annoying. New building, stop it. If that's in City Skylines 2, I'm going to be very mad. So all I got right here is follow terrain, toggle snapping, and then selection stuff. God, stupid thing. So I just have lineup, mirror, reset, and set position. I don't have a tool in this to actually do parallel roads. Anyway. So I think what we'll end up having to do here... My God. That is the most irritating thing on the face of the planet. Move this back a little bit. So, but now it's not wanting to, now it's not wanting to go perfectly straight with the rest of this. That's quite annoying. Oh, because it's halfway in the middle. Okay. Okay, alright. It's not a G-force hotkey. Okay, well with that, there's a specific button press I have to do to get it to show up. That happens to be almost identical to the one you have to do to get the developer mode in Timberborn turned on. But this one, it's just the game telling you you unlocked a new thing, and I've had that unlocked for a very, very long time. And now it's just deciding to be annoying to me. So anyway, I think this is now good to go. I'll just have this come up to right about maybe here-ish, a little shorter. And we'll see if this wants to play nice. Alright, that doesn't look horrible. Doesn't look that bad. Cool. So now if I move this... How close can I get this before it starts to flip out? It looks like right about here. Yes. The problem with the dirt roads, though, is that they don't take up the same width, and I very often cannot plan width effectively because I don't know how wide the roads are. Remember, I am not very good at this game. Oh, that broke that. All right, let's not do that. All right, so this needs to go away now. So now the really fun part, though, is if this wasn't already a riot, is this has to snake around our elevated airport metro station. Because this is pretty much the only place I could put this where it would actually, you know, connect with anything. The train station over here, because I'm going to bring that down straight across, which is why I'm not going to put the monorail, because we're just going to have the train come down here. I'm going to put another station right there. I don't really know what a D interchange is. I just know what I have in my head, and I think it's going to work. So I'll turn all this back on. So basically the idea is I wanted to do... just have this kind of come out, split, and then come back, and then split back in. If that makes sense. And then have one 6-lane road come across here, and then connect to the highway after it comes down here. Yeah, I got to make a merge, but they have to get down first is the problem. And that is not always easy to do. So let's see if I have this come down like so. Let's fix our heights here. Oh, I'm not hitting shift, that's why. Come on. Oh, it's really not going to let me, really not going to let me do this? Am I just stupid? Did I forget how to play this game? Probably. Alright, if I have that... No, that didn't do it. Alright. Well, in that case, let's... yeah. Let's raise that. The problem is I don't have another node here. And it doesn't want to let me, doesn't want to let me take advantage of this yet. I have this and this and this set up, and I do the sloping again. No, it still wants to have that go... Stupid thing. How many times do I have to hit that to get it to go away? Alright, so we can't do that. This is not being very responsive right now, and it's kind of irritating me. All right, I think I had that at 8. 8 and 8. Yeah, so if I have that set up here, big gap under the station on either side of the entrance. What do you mean? Are you talking about the subway thing? The metro? I don't know about bringing the tram all the way down here. Look how far away this is. Oh, I know what I did wrong. So this has to come out. This has to come out like this. This needs to be the freeform road tool, not the curve. So that can be 7 like that, and then I think I want this like so down to ground level, and then we'll fix the slope on that. So let's try that, because I know that's going to give me additional nodes to play with. Alright, that's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay, let's bring this back. I can just do regular curve on this because it's already here. 7. Oh, that's not going to be enough. Let's do, I think we're going to have to go 8. Oh, now it wants to, now it wants to snap. Get out of here. Now, how in the world did I do this? I'm going to have to demolish this and try again, aren't I? Alright. Alright, so this is currently... No, don't attach. I just need this to parallel without snapping. Stop it. No snapping for you. Stop it. Rude. Oh, of course, now my 180-degree snapping is gone, too, so I gotta do math. Alright. I just need these to be roughly straight like this. I think I can cheese it by doing this. Okay, this also should probably not have a crosswalk here. That does not need to be a thing. So why does it have a crosswalk? Is that something I can fix in Traffic Manager? No? I guess I can't physically edit the intersections. Why is it like this? I promise you this made sense when I did it before, and it actually kind of worked. But clearly that is not the case right now. So this, I guess I have to turn all my snapping back on. Fix this. Let's just go ahead and get this all the way out to about, say, here. Fix our one way. Because now this needs to basically connect to this. There needs to be enough space so it can actually still exist. So if I can have it connect here, that might not be enough room, actually. Yeah, it's going to have to be... It's going to have to be more like 4 units. And then come in a 6 lane. I don't need sidewalks, I just want it to be decorative. One way, no, I don't need trolley bus wires. Decorative trees on the outside or the inside? That's going to be too close. If I start here and go to like here, maybe that'll work. Okay, so this looks like absolute trash. Can I... why is it snapping in weird ways? Okay. So that's actually not terrible like that. Facepalm emoji. I don't have that one. It's also vital that you understand I really am not good at this game. I'm just here to have a good time. Alright. So the problem is this doesn't want to... I don't know how to get it to do what I want it to do. Like, I think this probably works fine right here, although I wish this sidewalk wasn't so wide. This wouldn't look so weird. Like, that functions okay. And it's going to allow us to have access to put some service type stuff here. If I try threatening it, yes, every waking second of my life. I live in fear of the computer. So it's almost like I'm going to have to have this join up on some weird angle right here. Might have to be like that. Of course, we'll have to fix the direction. But if I can get it to come down like this, I think we'll be in okay shape. Recommend letting the simulation run? No, because this stuff is all broken for death care, and we have to fix that. It would only be our detriment if we were to, you know, actually attempt to let stuff run at this point. Soon, though. Soon. Alright, so 8 units. 7 units. If I can just get this to come down. See, that's the thing that really irritates me, is I can't just let this be its own thing. Like, this has to go up, and then it's going to really, really just look really stupid. Why not make the top come down closer to a T than a Y? Maybe. But again, the problem with that is now I've kind of cornered myself here, where this is going to have to be... It would basically have to be like this, and I wouldn't have enough room unless I have this go out another, say another 5 units, and then turned like this. And then just have this go down to, say, ground level like that. I'm not making a double layer peanut roundabout. Sorry to burst your bubble on that one. Now I want this to match, is my problem. Like, you can see how, like, very easy it is for me to just get sucked into not solving problems because it doesn't look nice. Alright, 5 units. Oh, so now that's too close because the, is this not straight up and down? Oh, it must be. Alright, if I go 4... Alright, that's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's definitely not the best. Alright, so now I just have to get this... I have to get this to match. Alright, so I have this come out instead of... did I do 5 before, or was it 4? I don't remember. Alright, let's try 4. They can't be even. 6 and 6, that actually doesn't look bad, except now it wants to cohabitate with this thing over here. Alright, so if we try that... Well, it's not the ugliest thing I've ever seen. It's not the best. Of course, that's not going to do anything. That needs to go down. Alright, so if that's the case, let's come over here with our thing like this. I think is my my main problem for most of this. Okay, so this isn't horrible. It's not horrible, but I think, it's those dangerous words again, I think I can fix this. Make it look a little bit nicer. No, why did you do that? Stop that. I'm just trying to avoid this really weird strongest shape airport entrance ramp. No. You're not gonna get me with that one. Yikes. Okay. So this is functional, but it doesn't look nice. So why don't we try 3 units and 3 units? I'm just gonna check and see if this will even work. All right, so that's close. That's close. But it's obviously not quite there. Now, if I can get some sort of like an actual curve that the game's going to let me use, then I think this might work okay. All right, so if that's the case, can I just got to push it to where the game's almost going to break and then not. I think this is probably about as good as we can hope for right now. Let's see, fix our directionality. Make sure all these are actually going the correct way. I don't hate this. Yeah, I think this is a case of just shut up and take it, because I don't really know what else we could have done. I wish this wasn't quite so weird shaped. Try and get this a little bit, is this even gonna let me move this over at all? No. I'm gonna try. I think we're just gonna have to leave that at that. Want to have the bottom go around the back? Well, then it messes up the, oh, this is already looks like garbage right here. Now we have to, what the, why are you the way that you are? So I guess we have to raise that up a tiny bit. I don't think this is even going to do anything. No. That's the problem with how this is set up, is I kind of have to manipulate how all of this is laid down to get everything to look kind of nice. Anyway, yes, perfect is the enemy of good. Good enough for government work, etc. I need to get rid of this crosswalk. I don't think I can just delete the node. But how do I, yeah, well, this is, yeah, it's far from the best. We'll just say that. But I want to get rid of this crosswalk here. I don't know if we can even modify that at all. Ah! Network anarchy. I forgot I had this. Automatic slope tool in the warehouse. That, see, I have so many mods that I cannot keep up with what I even have installed. I think I have like 1,300 unique things downloaded. That is just a completely ridiculous amount of stuff. See, what I really want is to connect to this node at the end of this asset, but I can't because it's all locked. And I can't really unlock it because that would be kind of a problem. So if I sloped these. Oh, okay. Oh, well now that looks like absolute, you know what? Come on. Making me try over here. Traffic manager has options. It has options just to make it so they can't use it. I don't think it actually turns off the graphics. Junction restrictions. Speed limits, vehicle restrictions, parking restrictions, clear traffic, vehicle despawning, lane arrows. Like, is it actually gonna... Come on. Is it actually gonna let me turn off the crosswalks? So I don't even know how any of this works. I'm just completely unprepared. Because I turned off the crosswalks, but it doesn't get rid of the graphics is what I'm talking about. Traffic manager ban pedestrians. That's what I'm doing, I think. The thing I hate about this mod is nothing has an actual label. It just has a picture and you're supposed to guess what the picture means. So I want to turn off. No. Why does it say give way? I'm not British. Get out of here. I don't know how I got into that. Anyway, this has caused me enough grief. We're done. We're finished with this. That's it. So we have to do this now. There we go. So now this is the airport return option that they always give you. This should not be going into the bus lane. Maybe I'd just not worry about that. I'm not making it 90 miles an hour. We're not doing that. That is chaos that I'm not willing to abide. All right, let's fix this up. We need to lower all of this down. We need to put in some more key walls eventually also. But the idea with this is we're going to have this cross over here as the airport approach bridge and then connect with a highway coming in from all the way down here that will then connect with this. The way I did it in the previous thing was I had this highway connect first and then I built another interchange just for this road. And some people who saw that commented that that wasn't a very good traffic flow system, but the problem I have is I have to connect it to something, so I don't realistically know what you would expect me to do instead. So I think we're just going to leave that alone. So we need to fix all of these annoying flashing things, like the death care. I don't know why when we have so much actual space available. Well, I mean, cemeteries are 100%, but the crematoriums should be able to handle all this. So I don't really understand what the problem is. We got that there. That's good to go. Farm doesn't have one, but we have a ton of these things. So I guess I could just be, slapping these things in here just because they have to have somewhere to go. But I feel like that's not a good long-term solution. Well, regardless, we'll go ahead and I guess I can put another one down here. It could also be partly due with the traffic problems. There's just not a lot of good places to realistically put some sort of a crematorium thing. But what we do need to do is fix our power issues, which is very annoying that the airport has power issues. Because then you have to do some sort of ugly thing, like put a building here that doesn't actually go here. Oh, and this isn't even connected. The taxiways aren't connected. So that actually needs to be put in all the way out here. I've got to fix the directionality here. Get rid of this. You guys are in rare form tonight with your really weird suggestions of things to do with the city. But I think if I can find an item that fits in between here... What in the world is this? Ultra modern control tower? I don't think so. Where did I put the actual control tower? Did I even build one yet? I don't think I did. Yeah, it might be kind of important to have one of those. Unfortunately, it has to be on a concourse. In a real airport, it would not be all the way over here. It would probably be somewhere much closer to the runway. But I guess we're going to just have to put this right here in the middle of the airport. At least left to right. And then I shouldn't have clicked off of this because I need to put in some sort of a decorative thing to put power across all of this. So we've got airport hotels, and this is all stuff I'm supposed to unlock, you know, as the airport gets bigger. But, you know how that goes. Got tired of waiting. So let's see, we got aprons, don't need that. Cargo airport terminals, we got a, oh, airport fence. I haven't built any of that kind of stuff. So I think what we're going to have to do is just get one of these little airplane things and anarchy it in here. And that should transmit power when it's all said and done. Then we have stuff here in the middle. Needs to be... We've got fuel stations. We've got hangars somewhere. Yeah, big old hangars have to go somewhere in the middle of all of this. So now if I have that set up, I got two on either side. Can I fit the fuel depot in the middle? Kind of. Alright, well if that's the case, then I'm just going to move these in a little closer so they're not quite touching. That should be close enough to transmit power. So I think we can just kind of leave that alone for a while. And then pipes. Right under the road where they belong. Well, there's no roads here. This is an airport, so we'll just stick that. Go between the concourses, put another one here. We'll just run it under the length of the concourse. All the way down. And then I think the airport, like the airplane stands are going to complain if they don't have any water either, so we can just go ahead and get that extended up here. And then I guess we'll just come all the way down here. Why not? So we are going to have to put a cargo terminal over here somewhere. So then, and this is the most realistic part ever, is just have this go straight underwater all the way over to connect with something up here. I'm not entirely sure what the best course of action is for that, but I think we'll just cheese it and put that there. That's fine. No one's going to find it. RCE approved fuel depot. Yep, sounds about right. Except now that needs to be actually connected to something, so we'll just have that set there. Okay, and that looks good. I'm going to cheese it. I'm going to cheese the airport with these windmill turbines. Because I don't think it actually uses that much power. We're going to find out. Oh yeah, now all these airplanes are coming out at once. Why is there a rock in the middle of this? Excuse me? Why are we all... Why are you... No, that's... Why are you doing that? We got airplanes trying to airplane each other. That's not very family friendly. Probably should have set airplane paths so that it's not like an air show over here. The rock is sacred. The rock is a hazard to airplanes that are trying to park there. Well. Now why garbage has piled up? Don't tell me I have to have road access to these things to get rid of trash. That would be, well, trash. We'll see. How are we doing in Deathland? Okay, we only have a couple of these things. Alright, good. So that means all the airplanes should not be coming back until we have actual road connection. How's our power looking? I guess we're never going to find out, huh? It's not going to tell me. Oh well. Computer almost flipped out on me here. All right, we need to do some terraforming preparation. And we need to make this island more or less all the same height as, at least on this side, the same height as what's going on over there. So I'm going to make this whole little landing area roughly the same height. And then we can gently slope everything else here. Because this is going to end up having to connect over the top of this right here. Now that's too high. So I actually want that to be down. I need to use a soften tool. That's what I need. I don't need to be worrying about all this other stuff. Alright. So I think we can just hit this with a little bit of a terrain smoothing outing. Make it look a little bit nicer. I think that's about the same height here to here. And then back behind, we're going to get this down so we can connect the highways. But first thing we need to do is get our roadway connected over here. So I'm going to go out 30 units and then have this connect up right about, say, 75 units. Get us that nice nice bridge. Looks pretty cool. It's a little low, but this is not a shipping channel, so that's fine. Alright, so now that this is across the way here, I think I can just have this connect up. Yep, looks good. So this is, of course, going to turn into an interchange at some point when we have the other road come in. But for now, airport is connected, kind of, until this comes in. Now the fun part is going to be getting this highway all the way down here. There's going to be a lot of terrain manipulation, I think. Are these cherry blossom trees? Why are these just randomly planted here? Okay. So if we get rid of this whole road, really does not need to exist. Okay, now we've angered the fire station by not having a road there. So let's fix that. I guess we can just put that right back there. So now the fire station can exist. So that's fine. Let's take this out. And then we need to go into our highways. This is the concrete highway, which is all the way back here. I think this is a 3-lane with no barrier. Yeah. So this is going to come all the way down here. Very straight-like. Let's go 150 units. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to want this to cross at the narrow point because that's how these almost always work. All right, let's do, say, 50, and then we'll do a nice little curved highway bridge to come across here. Let's see what 25 looks like. So if I have that set like so, yeah, that looks like a pretty standard highway bridge. The spacing of the piers isn't very good, so I think I'm going to try that again. See what else I can get into here. Now, if I make it 20 and 20, is it gonna show me what the piers are gonna be placed like? Okay, that actually doesn't look bad. Put those two piers in the middle like so. Yeah, that's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Alright, so then we have to match this. The parallel road tool, yes, I am aware is a thing. I do not have the patience to mess with that right now. Or the assets or anything downloaded from the Steam Workshop. Alright, so that is going the correct way. Now we have to have this match. And I think what we're going to need to do is do a little bit of terraforming first. Hello? Oh, that was the wrong tool. Okay, is that correct? That should not be flooding. Okay. This is too low of a segment here. It needs to come up. Well, I guess that's fine. I guess that's probably okay. All right. There we go. Let's bring that back, and then we're going to do our best to... we're not going to be able to match it, but we're going to be hopefully able to get kind of close. Okay, so that doesn't need to be 20. Try 22. For right now, I think that's probably okay. Let's reverse these. There we go. Alright, so now this needs to go down to actual ground level. Doesn't seem like it wants to play nice, but whatever. Have this come all the way 180 degrees is not going to be exactly where we want this to go. Is it? No. So let's do here. We'll just kind of gently curve. There we go. Did this ever actually touch the ground? Yes, there it goes. Alright, so that's just going to go straight across like this. Once we have this other thing caught up here. What did I do? 70? This is why the parallel road tool would be nice. I just, at 10 o'clock on a Sunday night, I'm not going to go download. Yes, I'm aware of parallel road tools. Do not have it. Because then I have to stop stream, start stream, and at that point I might as well just go to bed. I will attempt to get that figured out this week so I don't have to do this again. Okay. See, I thought I did too, but apparently I just don't have any of this stuff. Ah, that is not going to work like that. So let's do 40 units. 40 units. We're going to... I know this is getting a little closer. Oh, look, this looks like garbage. What is this? That's not going to work. That's not going to work. I don't know why this one's so much higher either. Doesn't make any sense. Alright. Let's just kind of level these out a little bit. I probably could just use slope tool on the entire road, and that would look a little better. Devilish fun. Boulder activity location of Lookout Society. Balls has find you. Erect a blimp depot at the airport. I mean, I guess. Thanks for the 5. I appreciate it. So is Balls a terrorist organization or what? Is that what we've decided? See, I'm not in love with this. Is the problem. So if I were to do freeform, it would probably end up looking like that, and that's pretty much exactly what we've already been doing. So I don't really think that's an improvement. Doesn't look terrible though. How's our death looking over here? I guess it's getting better, maybe. Maybe a little bit. Well, anyway, the point was I needed to just get across this island here. So I don't know why this insists on raising it up so much. It doesn't have to be raised at all. Alright, so if we stay on a freeform road thing, if I have that set here, See, what we need to do is we need to get across to this side so we can eventually attach more or less right here. That interchange is going to be, ooh, laddie, that's going to be something. I predict much frustration from you guys on that one, but we'll see what happens. All right, so that looks kind of okay. I might actually redo this pretty much whole thing right here. Make this a little bit better in terms of connectivity. Okay, that looks a little nicer. Yeah, the highway is going to have a great view. It's going to be really, really neat to do the first-person stuff on it. Unfortunately, the height mapping in this game does not seem to like me very much. A little irritating to deal with, but what can you do? All right, so now the fun part that I predict is probably going to be frustrating for some of you to watch. We're going to do multiple interchanges here, which is going to involve carving this hillside back to make room for our interchange right about here-ish. I think, I'm trying to remember if I actually need this much room or not. I'm not sure. But I do remember. Let's do this with the dirt roads. This would be an interesting place for a waterfall, wouldn't it? What's on the top of this? Oh, a little castle ruin. Could you imagine being like some peasant in like the Middle Ages? And you had to go visit like the lord or the whatever the term would be for like the guy that lives in this thing. You had to climb this whole mountain on foot. It'd be terrible. Glad we don't have to do that anymore. All right, so what we're going to do here is pretty much exactly... Hello? Did I get lost? Yeah. Pretty much exactly what we did up here. But the problem is I can't copy-paste this because the elevation's different. And that's going to become an issue. So what we'll do instead is just make it, again, from scratch. Maybe a little tighter. Just need to make kind of this U shape and then a circle inside and then have everything join up. Now, Waterfall of Sewage Water. Okay, that's RCE territory, or Dangerously Funny, I think, is his channel. That's some old school City Skylines YouTubing right there. Now, if we have this set, try to get this to be more or less straight on how this is normally going to be set up. If we do 6 units... All right, let me do 6. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm going to attempt to do. Remember, this is 2, what do you call them? Nesting circles. So this will be the inner one, and then the outer one that's the coming around this way is going to be closer. I believe in your artistic ability. Well, let's hope I can actually do this, because I did it in the other save. Stay hydrated, kids. So this needs to be... we're going to... Oh, I should have built this elevated. That's what I'll do. I forgot this has to be above everything to connect successfully. Okay, 6 units. 6 units. Again, is that actually 6? No, that's 5. There we go. All right, so then we can have this all connect up like we always do. And then, so what this is this is going to be the, what direction would this be? Westbound? Westbound loop coming in this way to go down and then join up with southbound like this. So this is actually going to be completely above right here. This has to go straight at this height, pretty much all the way across here. That actually doesn't look too bad. We'll fiddle with that a little bit. And then that, of course, will have to come in over here, and then I'm going to have to figure out some sort of exit for this. That's going to be a whole thing. Oh, now I'm super behind on chat. The seal sanctuary has been violated? What in the world are you talking about? Automatic tool? Yeah, I don't have it. I know, it's frustrating. But I just don't have that. Alright, so this can go away. This is now going to be going down here. This actually might be a little bit too far away from the highway here. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'll have this go down to ground level. And then we're going to... Hello, thank you. Use our slope tool to even that out. Why does that look like such garbage? Hello? You clowns. Alright, let's try that. Really? Are you serious? I told you I wasn't good at this game. Alright. It should also be noted that in a real highway interchange, this would absolutely not be a constant radius. They would have this set up to where it's decreasing or increasing depending on which way of travel it is. Why in God's name do you insist on doing this? This is absolute clown behavior. Come on. All right. Go down to 0 meters. Why are you still a viaduct? Why are you the way that you are? All right, where's my network anarchy? This needs to be... Could I just force that to be on the... I don't even know how to use this. Is this one of those things we're just going to have to, like, make one of these? What? Oh, come on. Alright, I guess I'm too stupid to do roads. Mountain tunnels can be done? Yes, they can. I do not know why this is being like this, so we're just going to have to get out of here. We're just going to have to figure this out on our own, I guess. Alright. It's currently at 12. Let's go down to 9. Oh. I didn't want that. Did not want that. Why was this so easy to do before and not now? It really should not be a problem. Is that a button I turned on for... Okay. Jeez. I don't know how people even come up with these mods. This is like beyond the scope of my like kindergarten understanding of things. Alright, so that is down to 3 units. Okay. So that actually looks more or less what it's supposed to be. But now I think this is too far away. So what I need to do is actually select all of this and move it. Now, why did it do that? Guess I need to do this side again. Alright, down to 3 meters. Then this can now just be kind of a straight line. Oh, it's going to get mad about the bridge pier, isn't it? Alright, so this is going to have to move, this one node is going to have to move out this way just a little bit. Lower that down, we'll lower this down a tiny bit as well. This probably needs to get raised just a little bit. All right, so now this has to connect here. I guess I could take it off of anarchy mode. That's probably okay. It just doesn't look great. So what I'm going to do instead is now connect this here. Oh, that's actually not going to do much of anything, is it? All right, so that is one of these. One of them. So now we have to kind of do this again, don't we? All right, so let's see. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try 4 on the center here. What was that? We say it was 12 meters? Well, it's not going to be the same anyway, so I guess that's fine. Let's try that. So now this has to come out to here. And now this is where this gets fun. I think I have to do 10 meters? Yeah, 10 meters. All right, so then this comes out like so, down to 6. So we actually carved away way too much mountain. I think we probably want to put some of that back, but I don't know how to do that. Okay. So now, since this is an acceleration lane, this is okay for this to be a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Stronger of a curve. So this would just go like around like so. I don't think that looks bad. It's not the most beautiful thing I've ever made, but looks all right. So now we have to, I guess we should probably just build the rest of this with the dirt roads and then fix them later. But we're missing a pier here. We need to change that. So this needs to be moved until it gives us a bridge pier. And just have that connect with the node. There we go. All right, that's not the ugliest thing I've ever made. And of course, when we change the roads to highways, that will end up fixing a lot of that. But now this is functional, at least for getting off of here or getting onto here. This other thing is going to be different. So now what has to happen is this has to connect here to here, and then this is going to have its own interchange, which will probably end up just kind of eyeballing. Now, we need to have a little bit of, I think, a little bit more straight here. Let's give it another, actually, this probably needs to be just about ground level. We can fix slope later. 10 meters, and then do the same thing over here. So let's, oh, there's going to be plenty of room. I think when the highway actually gets upgraded, it's going to lose a little bit of clearance, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. We'll just lower both of these down a little bit. Yeah, they got plenty of room. They're good. We'll lower those a little bit more. We'll get both of these down. Yeah, okay, that actually looks pretty nice. You guys and these rocks, I swear. All right, now the fun part is we got to connect these here. And I think what it's going to make me... Hello? Oh, I'm still in move it mode. The easiest thing to do is just have these on like an even 45. Which I think is just about... There we go. So that doesn't look too bad. So now this is not really going to let me do that now, is there? Is it going to let me do that? Well, it's not the most beautiful thing that's ever been made, but it's probably okay. Make that look a little more realistic of a curve. All right. That should not be an exit. That should be an entrance only, but it'll get fixed whenever we have our... Why are you driving on this? You guys in these rocks, I swear, is something a highway engineer definitely once said about Stonehenge. That'd be funny. It's because these are still two-way dirt roads. That's why they think they can actually use this for whatever purposes. Yes, garbage is piling up. I am well aware. Do not worry. I think what we have to do now is... Oh, that's kind of a... Kind of not the best looking thing ever. Oh, okay, okay. So I actually moved too much here. We'll get this figured out. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. All right. Well, that is not the worst thing I've ever made. It's also not the best. So let's Oh, now the game's flipping out on me for crimes against Skyrim and her people, I suppose. Let's move this up a little bit more. I guess I could just use, you know, the actual built-in slope tool. Probably would be a smart thing to do. Bring that down to about here, and then, okay, that doesn't look bad. Oh, look at this mess, all these people getting off here. Alright, let's get that going. That's kind of, So I don't know how to, aha. There we go. Now that looks a little better. And there's no reason for this to be so high in the middle here. So this is going to have to get the slope treatment between 2 points. Alright, that only marginally improved things. This is too straight. Suspicious. Can I just line these up? Yes. Alright, that looks a little better. So, now the fun part. We have to upgrade all of these to highways. So these are all going to be 3-lane. Going up here. I think if I have this set up correctly, then everything will retain the correct direction of travel. So this needs now to be 2-lane. Oh, is it really not going to let me without anarchy mode? Alright, that's fine. We'll just make both of these 2 lanes because why not? Why does that insist on going the wrong way? There we go. Alright. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not reading that out loud. That's funny. Alright, come on. Go the correct way, please. Anybody want to actually face the correct way? Thank you. Okay. There we go. So now that doesn't look bad. Looks pretty decent, actually. Let's put this back on 3-lane. That's not with the barrier, right? Because none of these are supposed to have barriers. Alright, good. Okay, so now we have to do the same thing over here. It's everybody's favorite interchange. Once again. But see, that's actually kind of functional. I like that. And this island wasn't ever going to really have anything else going on anyway. Though I might put some city service things down here, or maybe This might actually be a good place for a small park. If we can figure out what we want to do with the roads here. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I probably would have straightened the highway out here a little bit. I'm not putting a blimp depot in the middle of an interchange. If you really and truly are desperate to have one at the airport, maybe. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for it not to work right off the bat. It just flows pretty well. Yeah, if I were doing this again, I would definitely take this kink out right here, but I think this works fine. All right, we're going to do the same thing here, like I just said. This can be a little bit of a tighter one. I need this all to be level. That's the problem. So let's, I guess we can level right to about here. Just make this a little bit spread out like that. Is this actually higher over here? Might be. Okay. Alright, so that's just a little unfortunate looking how it's decided to do all this stuff. Yeah, people are actually making use of this, which is nice. That's good to see. We'll probably need to, you know, not have this intersection be like this. It probably needs to be a proper cloverleaf. But this has remained pretty much completely serviceable, which I kind of surprised by. We're going to need to redo this one. I'm not going to have time for that tonight, but we're going to need to redo this one at some point because this is just not it. I hate that design. It's ugly. Now let's come over here and do the same thing. That's right. I was going to fix this, and then I got sidetracked. Why does this say negative? Negative, 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 whatever. So it shouldn't be negative anything. I just need to get my my height figured out here. So I want the center of this thing to be as close to the side here as possible. Or do I just want to have this road go past this and make it just a regular old diamond interchange? I don't know. Do you want a diamond here, or do you want another one of these trumpet interchanges? I feel like a diamond would be a lot easier to make, but it also wouldn't look as cool. I kind of like making these things. All right, let's 12 units. Oh, you want to see the diamond? All right, the diamond's easy. So here's what we end up doing with the diamond. Why is this tilted like this? All right, so that would be probably right about this isn't going to want to play nice, is it? All right, so you have your bit going over the road. That is way too low, but just ignore that for now. You have your bit going over the road, and then you come in with your one-lane exit. Obviously, it's not going to look exactly like that, but it would look something something like that with the correct proportions and distance away. But it just has this approach road that comes up and gets on the main road. It's kind of ugly. Not my favorite thing. Oh, diverging diamond? No. I do not have the traffic engineer know-how to do one of those live on stream. That would be I take 2 days during the week to actually sit down and plan that out to do that properly. Diverging diamond is where you basically engineer an intersection to not require left turns across traffic. But by doing that, you actually shift the lanes of travel to be, they cross over each other. Like you know, like a DNA helix. I guess I could just kind of draw one out for you. Well, maybe not in the game because that's kind of hard. But what happens here is, so we're looking at the highway, right? This is, we'll call this for sake of explanation, northbound. This is southbound. The northbound lanes would actually, at a diverging diamond interchange, actually cross over to this side of the southbound lanes. And when they do that, they have a phase signal right where they meet. But then when they're on the other side, it's completely uninterrupted traffic flow for them to get to wherever they're going. Normally, this is on a like a freeway interchange. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up a Google thing and show you guys. I just have to pull up the correct window here. Diverging Diamond Interchange. We're gonna have some education today in our Sunday night stream. All right, give me an image of a diverging diamond. All right, what's a good one of these to show you guys? All right, Wisconsin Department of Transportation. Diverging Diamond Interchange, DDI. Give me 1 second. I will put this up on stream momentarily. All right, let's make sure that's going to play nicely. Give me 1 second. We're learning today, kids. All right, so you see that on the stream window? So you should be able to see this diagram. I can't, unfortunately, zoom in any further. But yes, I know how to make one. I don't know how to make one using the tools in the game without it taking like 3 hours. But I can draw one out on paper and like figure out like pathing and stuff. It's just the game tools are kind of clunky. But basically what it is you cross over. I'm pointing with my fingers in real life. You cross over here at this signal, and then once you're through the signal, then you can either cross back over, or you can immediately make this left turn to get onto the interstate here. Zoom in on the tab with just the image. Aha. All right, so you see what we're getting at, though. This signal, go through here, you actually join with the off-coming traffic from this direction of travel. And then this comes in here, and then you can either go here without waiting at another light, or you wait at the light and then you cross the opposing traffic and get back to where you are. But the idea is you eliminate left turns across flowing traffic. So it decreases the likelihood that you're going to have a fatal accident or a severe accident, with the caveat of people who took their driving test 50 years ago aren't going to want to be able to figure this out. They're going to think, oh, this is too hard for me to learn. I don't want to do this. Get rid of this, get rid of the roundabouts, get rid of everything. And that's annoying. But it is a very good high throughput interchange. It just takes a little bit of thinking, and some people don't like that. Make it one of your things for the series. Yeah, I was planning on it. I just have to take the time to actually figure out how to make this look nice. And a lot of people have already done videos on this, so I don't know that would have a lot of utility. But it is something I would like to actually get into more. You can grade separate the east and west to east to totally eliminate it. Yes, you can. But that is also expensive. And municipalities that build these do not want to pay for it. They just want to say, oh, we got a diverging diamond interchange, because blah, 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 blah. And then they figure out that if they could do grade separation, it would like triple the cost, because then you have to put in other bridges and stuff. Like, no. There's a really fun game called Freeways that RCE has played on his channel a bunch that's just building interchanges. That's something I would be interested in trying. I don't know if I would want to do videos on it, because it's kind of outside my MO in terms of making content, but it might be a good stream game for Twitch or something. I have no idea how to pronounce SJSNS, but welcome. Glad to have you here. We're just having a little bit of educational information about diverging diamond interchanges that I am not going to attempt to build live on stream, but would like to at some point in the future. Anyway, let's get rid of that. And just for right now, we might end up tearing it out, but let's build another one of these. We have somewhere on the north side of Atlanta, there's one that I drove a couple times. It's pretty nice. So I think what we're going to do, yeah, we've got to go back into our, yeah, that's fine. Give me the curve mode. I mean, if you have like a third of a brain, it's really not hard to figure out, but oh, hold on, I built that wrong. Some people really are kind of averse to change in a way that is severely detrimental to, well, everybody, and they just don't want to be challenged in anything they ever do with their life, which is sad. Because I really like the idea of all these really cool traffic control devices. I think it's fascinating to have all these exciting new things. And if it decreases the likelihood of fatal accidents, I don't know how anyone could ever be opposed to that. That's just one of those things, I guess. It's like that and roundabouts. I know those of you in Europe, or I don't know if Australia or New Zealand or anything like that has roundabouts to the same degree as someplace like, say, the UK. But people in America hate roundabouts, and I do not know why. They're so easy to navigate. Lane control for the on-ramp. Yeah, it's very, very useful to have that set up that way. So I actually made a stupid here. I connected this to the wrong lane of travel. I was so busy talking about diverging diamond interchanges. This is supposed to go this way. That's oh boy. All right, we have to move this up here, right here. Has to come closer to the highway so we can fit this other one through it. So this, I think, can actually be a freeform road. Click. Damn you. It doesn't want to play nice with me today. Hello? Please? Are you gonna let me put this in or no? Guess not. Alright, something is angry at me now. Let's get that down like so. Alright, so something here is really not having a good time. Alright, give me 1 second to fix this. Fix our slope. There we go. Why did it do that? Oh, this wasn't high enough. Okay. Now I can do that. Let's fix this. This is a late night City Skylines stream. Yes, it is. I don't know how much longer we're going to go because it is getting a little late for you guys, but I did want to do something. I felt kind of bad. Are you serious? You're going to do this garbage to me again? All right. We'll just try this. Oh, you are a tool. That's what you are. Doing that to me. Come on. Stop that. I don't know why this insists on being that way. It's only 12 a.m. Well, it's 10:54 where I'm at. But I was going to do earlier this afternoon, and I was like, oh, I'll wait, it'll be fine. And then started looking at the weather forecast. Oh, we're going to have storms tonight. Okay, well, I'll wait until after that because the house will cool down a little bit. It's really hot upstairs in my house during the day when it's hot outside. And that makes it very unfun to stream during the day because it just gets really, really hard to exist up here. All right, so that side's done. Now let's mirror this on the other side here. I think we had our four-way. That's what we were doing. I want that to span all the way across, but now this isn't going to want to play nice. Oh, well, I did this to myself. All right, let's get rid of that for now and just focus on this actually working correctly. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 wide. Come across here, and then we can start with this to be set up the correct way. These were 10 on a side, looks like it. Yes. So we'll take that down to 12, take this one down to 9, and then we'll do our 6 by 6 down to 6. We'll probably end up lowering all these a little bit more. But now this can go in like that. Looks a little janky, but we'll fix it, don't worry. All right, let's, there we go. Move this down. Devilish Fun, thank you very much for the 99. Appreciate it. We will be building a blimp stop at the airport. Don't worry. We just got to get through this first. Oh, look how weird this is. Now we're gonna have to lower this severely. There we go. Yeah, this corner piece is what's causing all this to be way too high. There we go. Let's get that down a little bit more. Okay, and then once this is all stuck in here, let's put in our actual slope tool that hopefully won't betray me like the other one did. You absolute... God, stupid thing. Alright, so the slope tool officially is my like #1 enemy in this game now. What a pain. So now we have to take our road here and bring these down to the ground level, say over 15 meters. Of course, it's going to do that garbage to me. Again, separate node. All right, well, if I select all of these and do slope, is that going to play nice? Not really. Okay, well, can I at least do this? All right, I don't know why it insists on constantly making this a bridge when it's at ground level. I might go to an aquarium. Aquariums are fun. Why is this not letting me, there we go. The Georgia Aquarium in Atlanta lets you in free on your birthday, which I did a couple of times when I lived up there. It was very fun. Very good time. So now what we have to do is change all these over to our 2-lane highways. Oh, wrong way, idiot. Again. There we go. Okay, we have to come back and fix that. Let's not forget. Okay, that's going the wrong way. Thank you for nothing. Wrong way again, wrong way again, wrong way again. There's got to be some easier way to prevent that from happening. All right, so that's solved. I want to fix this again. So let's put that down like it's supposed to be. There we go. Flip that. All right, that is why. Oh, okay, because that's facing the wrong way. Okay. Looks a little better. Probably doesn't need to be that high. So let's lower this a little bit. It's still plenty of height for trucks, which was, I think, our chief concern, which means this can actually go down too. Cool. And this guy go down, that guy can go down. I don't know why the automatic slope tool just hates me so much, but it does. And this probably needs to come up, honestly. We're taking on that. All right, so now we have to connect to this. Okay, this needs to go down to ground level and then connect. Why is it so insistent on having this be below grade? That doesn't make any sense. It's really, really dumb. Well, don't really know what's going on with that. Road options, road type, embankment. What? I think you have a fundamental misunderstanding of how much I do not know about how these work. Collision, node snapping, road bending, ground, elevated. I don't see any embankment options. Yeah, there's no options for anything over here. The top line. That's not an embankment. That's just elevated. I want this on the ground. I don't know why it's not letting me. Okay. But why is it like that? It still is like a very weird thing for this to be doing. It's like I want this to be connected here. I don't know why. I don't know why it's like that. I don't know. This is all modded assets anyway, so who knows? It could just be buggy. See, this is a mess right here. That doesn't look good. That looks a little better, but now this is all weird. So I just want the middle things to go away. It doesn't seem like it wants to let me do that. Not very intuitive. That's the bad thing about playing a game with mods, is the modders just think that you're smart. And I just really don't have a good grasp of how any of this works. Get out of here. Alright. So now we have to turn this into... Well, this is a 6-lane road. Maybe I should have just kept this a 4-lane. The modders assume you read the mod page, and I haven't read any of that. Most of the stuff I downloaded like 5 years ago and then summarily ignored everything about it. But I've never had any problems except with this roadway stuff. Everything else has worked just fine. That looks like crap. Let's not do that. 6 lanes probably isn't necessary. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is I have these 4 lanes right here. These are each 4 lanes because they split like this. It probably doesn't need to be 4 lanes. It probably is fine, honestly, as 3. But I also wanted that return lane, and that's that gave us the return lane here. I don't have any books. So I don't know what you're reading, but that's not mine. Alright, so we have a three lanes each way. I could just make these 3 lanes instead of just 2. Or we could have we could just have this come into a how did I do this last time? I genuinely do not remember how I had this set up last time. Well, now I gotta think about this. Because I need 2 lanes each way, and I have 3 lanes each way currently. So theoretically I should be, I could have this road just go up past this and have this end up being a, just a regular junction into it. Or do some weird, convoluted flyover garbage. That might actually be easier now that now I'm thinking about it. So what if I did this? I was thinking about doing a regular intersection, but I don't want it to be a traffic light, is what I'm getting at. I want it to be continuous flow into and out at all times. Because if you have a traffic light, it's just going to cause backups. And this is pretty much just a dedicated exit for that. But if I were to put like a park here, then that would have to also be taken into account. So if I did this, I'm not making a peanut. We're done. We're done with that. So now that, here we go with this thing right here. I don't know why it always wants to do that. I don't want the embankments. Get out of here. There we go. So then it still gives me this weird thing in the middle. It could also be because I'm using this separate highway network mod, and that doesn't mesh well with the base game assets for the roads. I don't know. It's a little late at night for me to be running my brain like this, because I had this, I can't remember how I did it before, but I had this figured out where it actually kind of made sense. And it wasn't complete dog water either. It was actually decent looking. And I don't know what I did. It's like I kind of feel like I need to have this kind of come down here. And then just oh, see here, see, stupid. I wish I didn't have to manually select whether it was going to be ground or elevated. What a pain. Like if I had this, I guess I have to start it back further. So I don't want these to touch each other. It's like, it needs to be like middle school dance mode where nobody's allowed within 2 feet of each other. And just have this, I guess, connect straight up to all of everything that's going on here. Okay, we're still in this stupid network mod thing. So I wish it would just automatically detect a little better. Just a little bit better. Oh, stupid thing. Alright, I'm in the wrong road network. There we go. Except now this needs to go the other way. Alright, so now this needs to connect. See, this is what I was trying to avoid doing before, was exactly what I'm doing now. Like, take off of this, and then... See, that doesn't look horrible, but it also doesn't look good. Okay. So now this isn't, no, it's not playing nice with the, intersection here. Like, this doesn't look terrible. But again, I have this node I don't want. And I don't know how to get rid of that. Like, that's just regular bulldoze if I get rid of this. Oh, then it got rid of the wrong thing. Thanks, good job. Appreciate that, game. Thank you very much. I need this to... There we go. See, this does work. It does work, but now I have this node I do not need. And I would much rather just have it as... you know, a regular... So now I did it. So I do not want them to be able to cross here. It is not... This doesn't look good, and it's kind of frustrating. Because I don't know how to fix this. Because I had it, like, working before. Maybe I just need to go 2-lane roads out of this. Or 2-lane one-way instead of something else. So here is regular 2-lane one-way. Obviously, we're not gonna keep this like this. It does look a little better, but it just doesn't look good. The problem is the bridge is too close. Like it's always going to give me this crosswalk here that I don't want. I don't know why it keeps trying to give me a crosswalk right at the start of the bridge. But if we give... See, this is not horrible. It's not great. But I've definitely seen and built worse. I think if the sidewalks weren't so wide, it would work better. Oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. You want this to be 4 lanes. Okay, well that really doesn't actually solve anything. It just makes the lanes wider with parking. I don't want parking here. All right, how do I get rid of parking? The problem is I really need it to be 6 lanes for traffic capacity purposes, because the 4-lane is not going to be enough. So actually, if that's the case, I should have just made these 3 lanes to begin with. Intersection with a little scenic park area and a stop. See, that's what I was kind of wanting to do. But it's just like a continuous cluster, you-know-what, of problems with this. I would like to put some sort of like something here. But the way this road network is set up is just not conducive to that at all. So it almost would have to be like an actual stoplight off-ramp and not just coming off of this. Well, at any rate, for all intents and purposes, this works. It is functional. It doesn't look nice, but it works. So if anyone actually wants to get over here, they can. Presently, they don't really have a reason to, because nothing is ever happening over here. I don't know where that car came from if nobody was parked at the airport. Anyway, connectivity is there, finally, after an hour and 40 minutes. But now everything is more or less ready to go. I still wish I could get rid of these giant sidewalks. Oh, now the fun of putting an airport metro station in. Not only that, connecting these concourse hubs with metro, because that's how you're supposed to connect. Where's the metro? There it is. So these guys need tracks. Why is it always want me to go above ground with these things? I'm trying to build metro tracks. I'm not going above ground. Stop this. All right. So these each have a metro. Why in God's name is it making me do above ground for this? It's a metro. Metro tracks. They go up. They go underground. Why are you the way that you are? So I build the station. It gives me the above ground, underground view. But if I click on tracks, it makes me go. Why? Very frustrating. How do I even get below ground? Is one of these automatic forced below ground? I don't even know what I'm doing with this. Contour lines, no. That's why I went to move it, toggle underground view. But then I can't actually place anything because this is... Ugh, jeez. I'm not building a zoo at the airport. That is too much of a zoo. So I just don't know why I can't connect to this. It's very just why. So these guys have to be connected with a metro line. But this terminal doesn't have one. It just has the elevated one. So why is it like this? So I've got... All I have is just regular terminals. Then I have these things connected to a metro network with a built-in underground metro station, blah, 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 blah. So why does it not have an underground metro station for an airport? I only have above ground. I don't need above ground. See, I tried paging down when the metro line is selected, but it doesn't do anything. So I've got this. And I can just keep putting that in, but it doesn't go underground. Oh, you know what I bet this is? Oh, come on. It's this network anarchy. Pain in the ass. All right, there we go. And I thought it was a cool mod until I tried to use it. Doesn't really play nice with me. All right, so these have to be connected to, I think, this. All right. I guess if we really want to be proper about it, can have these things actually connect like they're supposed to. 10 and 10. There we go. Straight line. Okay, so that actually would be what a airport metro would actually do, would be connect those like that. See, the problem with this is this, I can't have it up all the time because it gets in the way, even if I move it out. So I don't want to look at it all the time, but then I forget I've turned something on. So it's like, all right, well, this is almost not useful at all. So, but now I have these two connected, but I have to connect them to the concourse, and I think the only way to do that is through this elevated thing for some reason. I don't know why there isn't one to just connect up to this. It's just one of those things. I'm sure if anyone who like actually knows what they're talking about with this game ever watches my streams, they're probably just gonna shoot themselves. Which, honestly, is probably most of you at this point. I don't know if we're gonna get to that point. But if we are still here, then yes, we will. That is too close. Oh, now I gotta... Oh, come on. Give me the underground view, I swear. Come on. Get out of here. Alright, so now this has to get put under here. Where's 10 units? There we go. Alright, so this now has to match up. That is hideous. Okay, that's with the end of that building. Let's stop here. And then I think we'll come out, say, 20 units. Make our turn here. Do this also. Aha! Aha, I can only do 6. So the 10 unit turn actually needs to be... I think it has to be 8 instead. Let's try that. Haha. Alright, so now the fun part is getting this above ground in the correct amount of distance. Alright, well that's kind of ugly, but it does work. Alright, so that is, I guess, functional. So maybe, I don't know why they would, why they wouldn't just give you an internal connection of one of these. So you would think it would just work. Well, regardless, I guess we'll just create ourselves a line to connect all of these. Just pretend like that's what that's supposed to look like. Then we get to look at the little little trains when they come in and out. Alright, underground blimp 1. Yeah, there you go. Where Airport Express Metro. That's what I want. Let's just see. I wish I could just have this be like a level slope instead of having some sort of intermediary thing. It doesn't look terrible. I will say that. Of course, there's nobody on this. And we don't want to ride it because then it's just going to be clipped underground. It's not going to look any good. But I haven't actually looked at this asset. Oh, look at that. Airport Express. Oh, they're paired cars. Okay. How many do they hold? Only 180? Really? That seems kind of low. Underground blimp, too. Alright, well that's functional now, which means we can have access to planes here. I doubt we actually get any, but that's fine. Oh, look, here's somebody. Oh, it's a cop. Okay. They're just chilling at the airport. So we need services for the airport. Put in a fire, which is why I have these things right here set up the way that I do. So let's fire can go there. We'll put the cops next door. Of course, they're going to start crying about not having any water. All right. Right under the road where they belong. Won't have to do that for too much longer because City Skylines 2 is going to let us just not worry about it. Which is fantastic news if you ask me. Yeah, hotels, airports area does have other things that theoretically you're supposed to unlock as the airport gets better. But I don't think we're going to be doing that. All right, now we do have the slight logistical issue of not wanting to put all this stuff on one-way roads, which is why this stretch of street exists. We want all of this to be accessible. So we'll put in 4-lane. I can't just upgrade the roads. Oh, is this going to look stupid? No, actually. Kind of a death trap, but I actually don't think we want that there. Oh, I'm still in underground mode. I think we just want to, what is this one? Wide sidewalks and trees, that's too wide. Let's just move this one block this way. Just have this come out maybe to about here. We can put some hotels and junk. Right here we also need to make parking, but this is pretty much just the loop to get into and out of the terminal. Maybe parking could go here. I'm not sure. I've never been to Vegas. It's not really something that's ever really interested me, but I've heard it's quite nice. Budget hotel, fancy hotel. So now we got 2 airport hotels. Does that say Hotel Z? Why? Or is that just a hotel with a stupid swoosh mark on it? Oh, that looks skeezy. All right, what else we got? We got airline lounge, already built that. Where? Somewhere over here. Aha, airline headquarters. So that's the other thing that you'd have over here. And then aviation museum, very, very common to have those next to like an airline office. Oh, is that Concorde? Looks like it, although that's not a paint scheme any of them ever would have worn. Let's just move those right next to each other, make them touch. Oh, nice little airplane models. I don't know why we have looks to be, I don't know if that's supposed to be in the building or not, but it is. So that's fine, I guess. We also have can't remember, is that in Parks? No, I'm not even in Parks. One of these has an actual parking deck that is not a workshop asset. Well, I'm not going to make one of those on stream, but I'm not going to stop you from doing whatever you want. Okay, that doesn't look terrible. I do need to extend this. There we go. All right, so you got a parking deck right there. Kind of fits, I guess. Looks a little sterile, but that's fine. Let's put our things under the street where they belong. I guess we just need to develop all this, but for right now, we'll just put in our power lines. Toggle the skin on the car park, really? Ooh. Oh. That looks much more like something you'd see at an airport, but this is really just for the hotel. The airport itself, probably, if I can find these things, there are some pretty decent workshop assets for parking garages. So like right here, see if I can get this to so this is much more like something you'd see at an airport. Just be all up in their business right here. But I haven't, let's see, modern garage, I think we already looked at all those. Downtown garage. Oh, yeah, that's what we want, except it's a little too big. Just a little bit too big. That's too bad. I guess we could put it on this side. I don't know that it really matters. I'm not going to put a toll road to the airport. Yeah, that would make me very angry to have a toll road at the airport. I think what we'll do... I don't want to delete that. I'm going to put this in between the two hotels. That seems like it would be a little bit better, better use of the asset. There we go. This is being used. I'm going to move this all the way down. There we go. Move that down to here. And I think I can put another one right next to it because everybody knows airports always have to have buku amounts of parking. And they charge you out the you-know-what to use it. I don't think I have ever flown Frontier. I don't even know if they existed last time I flew. Well, would have been able to use something like that. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, so now we have parking. We have this. Still haven't gotten this trash, so I guess we could put in. Where's the garbage collection? I never remember where that. Oh, I'm literally in the page. All right, waste transfer station. Something that probably needs to be about right here, maybe. See if I can get this to connect nicely. That's probably not realistically a great spot for that to be, but does that let them do a U-turn, or are they going to have to go all the way out? Okay, where is this guy going? No, I want his route. Oh, where are you going? All the way up here, really? Why not just take this? I never connected these. Oh my god, alright. We made a fatal mistake, didn't we? Wow. I cannot, but well, okay, I can. And we never connected those. Frontier clerk got a commission for every bag checked at the gate because it's a $99 charge for it. Wow. Wow, that's scummy. That is really, really bad. Alright, so now that that's fixed, hopefully these trash trucks can actually do what they need to be doing. Cool. So people are parking. Did that truck... Look... The car just, like, Back to the Future up into the parking deck. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Alright. You know what we also need to do is upgrade these to 3 lanes. 3-lane one-ways. There we go. Traffic manager. No, why would you do that? That's stupid. Alright, now this should be... There we go. Not that they would try to do something else anyway, but... It's like it doesn't even know this exists. I guess this probably should be 4 lanes if I have all this coming in, but I think it's fine. Yeah, being an Atlanta guy, Delta is of course my preferred airline, but they're very expensive. I know a lot of people who work as flight attendants or ramp agents for them. Excuse me. In my experience, pretty much all air travel now just kind of sucks. It's not like it was in the 90s or the 2000s. Well, I guess after 2001 would have been when everything really changed for the worse. The Southwest planes, I don't think, are that old. They're all 737s, but they're not like ancient 737s. They're like at least Dash 800s. Which I guess theoretically would be late 90s, so maybe, I don't know, maybe they're old. Now what we haven't seen, is this a super garbage truck? It's a waste transfer truck, okay. So they're complaining about garbage. I think the garbage is probably going to be an eternal thing. Well, at least this works. We have that going for us, which is nice. All right, so... All right, where is helicopter depot, huh? No. Oh, this is going to be interesting. All right, so here's a blimp stop. We're so interested in blimps. So now this has to be... we have to decide the route this is going to follow and where it's going to connect. So I think what we'll end up doing... Let's go 100... Let's just go 100 units. Why not? So we have the power to make these curved. So I want this to connect... I guess it probably needs to connect down here, maybe. So that's the problem with the blimps is, again, the blimps frustrate me so much because it's so restrictive on how you can route things. You can't just have blimps fly wherever they want to get between 2 points. They have to go on specific routes, and they can only ever have one at a time. I would love to be able to take a train literally anywhere. There is an Amtrak station in Atlanta that is in the middle of a Norfolk Southern freight corridor that is always busy, always has delays, and it only goes to New Orleans or DC. Those are your choices for, well, and everywhere between those two places. That's the only place you can go on a train from Atlanta, which is really sad because back in the 20th century they had trains going all over the place. But they got rid of the Central Union Station and bulldozed it to put in parking lots because that's apparently a smart idea. Anyway, enough about that. The idea is, with all this new money Amtrak's been getting from the legislation and stuff, they're going to expand service and have one go up to... Why can't I get 50 units on this? They want to put a train to, I think, Nashville. We'll just go 51, that's fine. They're going to do a train to Nashville, and then they want to have one go south by way of Macon down to Florida and connect with that track, which would be nice to be able to go down there or literally anywhere else. It feels like Atlanta to Chattanooga is a no-brainer for a commuter train. Atlanta to Nashville, I guess. Atlanta to Charlotte would be a great one. And just to be able to go up to Chicago to connect with all of those trains up there would be very, very nice as well. I love road trips, but after a while it does get very old. So the problem with rail travel in the US is airports exist. It was completely fine until commercial air travel really started becoming affordable in, I guess, like the 1960s, 1970s, and then of course all the passenger railroads went bust. Because then the mail did not need to put mail on trains anymore. They just put it on a plane or on a truck on the interstate. So then your passenger railroads stopped making money off of mail subsidies and then stopped being profitable. And then the government stepped in and they made Amtrak and then proceeded to absolutely hamstring it in every way possible. And then all of a sudden, hey, passenger rail sucks. So then nobody wants to invest in it because it's bad. But it's bad because you don't invest in it. So I don't know what people expect sometimes with a lot of this stuff, honestly. That's one of those things I'd like to talk about in a video, but I also don't think people really care, so maybe I won't. Would be interesting though. I think. I would love to be able to take long-distance trains to in between major cities without it costing, like, I don't know, $500 just to have a seat in a coach, let alone having the little sleeper car and all that stuff. So I think, I made a mistake here. This needs to connect like that. Anyway, now that that's all connected, we can have a blimp line from the airport. Since this seems to be a popular place, we might as well just put in another blimp stop. Probably should have done that in the first place. Is it really not going to let me put that there because there's a blimp line in the way? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright, the Hyperloop is a grift, first of all. That is just like, why? Why would you give them billions of dollars to put a tube underground? No. High-speed trains are much cheaper. Much better. China can do it. Japan's already done it. France has done it. Spain's done it. There's so much desert land in the west of the United States especially that it should be incredibly cheap and easy to acquire right of way, like kind of what Brightline has done with the route that goes between Las Vegas and quote-unquote LA, if you count Rancho Cucamonga as being in LA. Anyway, I digress. I need to put in a blimp stop. And I wanted to put another one here, but I guess I can't because now there's a thing where I can't put the blimp stop underneath the blimp pathway because that makes sense. And I have so many blimps already. God, why are they still so slow? Alright, if I put this down here, I don't know that anyone's going to want to get on this thing. I think I need to move the depot. The depot needs to go somewhere else. And then we need to move blimp lines. Yes, let's get rid of this. And I think I just have to have this. I don't know why I can't just come out here. Where is my 90? There it is. Cool. All right, that's good. Let's put in our blimp line stop. We'll put another one right next door. And then we can finally put in a line to the airport. And then there and back, and that can be the whole thing. All right, so we have to make sure that this is the correct blimp asset. It has to be our little Srđan guy. And we'll watch them have all their fun. We'll see who actually wants to go to the airport. Yeah, another problem we have in the United States is the car lobby and the oil lobby are just unfathomably powerful. Politicians bought and paid for. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. It's not necessarily something we need to really get into, like, discussing. Oh, hold on. First-person camera. There we go. Oh, get me out of the... I didn't want to get out of this thing. All right. I wanted to ride the blimp without the thing being in the way. There we go. I think now, once everybody gets on, we'll be able to just enjoy watching the city go by. Oh, you want one-time speed? How do I do that without a... There we go. Oh, now we're inside of another blimp. Aha, I can just zoom out. Oh, thanks very much, Devilish Fun, for the gifted membership. Welcome, Alex. Now you have access to the frustrating emojis. I think I've got at least 3 of them. That probably would fit. Yeah, it's too bad there's nothing over here yet, because this really isn't too much to look at, but it's not a bad view. God, I wish I could read kanji. All right, Google Translate phone camera app. Let's go. I've gotten better at hiragana and katakana, but I don't know very many kanji yet. All right. What does that say? It doesn't know how to translate half of that. Pinniped? Is that what that's what Google wants to call it. Pinniped can make a scenic mountain region. I'm thinking about it. Anyone following the baseball championship? I've been following the shot challenge tracker from that that restaurant or bar or whatever, Rocco's, whatever it is. I think LSU has purchased, is it almost 40,000 Jello shots in the past 2 weeks? Or are you there? Why is this skipping? That's I think this is stuck. Let's see what's going on. So I don't know why, but it's not showing me any blimps. Hey, but we have people waiting. There's a decent bit of people sitting here waiting for the blimps to come in. I don't know if we're ever going to have any over here. Mid-in-2 prep. Good luck. At some point, I would like to actually go to Japan and ride all the trains like a nerd. That'll be fun. Yeah, so I don't know why the blimps are not coming over here. Or maybe we're just a little too slow. Right, let's check and see blimps. No vehicles. Why are there no vehicles on this? This is connected, right? Or is this blimp depot broken? Is that what this is? Is that what's going on? Yeah, now there's no vehicles. What in the world? Like they're all going back to the depot. Why? Oh, there's no water at the blimp depot. That's stupid. All right, so now what happens if I put water in the blimp depot? It's like, why is it landing in the middle of the road? Like, even if that were the case, it really shouldn't be doing that. Japanese rail system is cool. It is super, super interesting. In fact, that is where, you've been around for a while in here, but that's where I got these assets from the Roads of Japan pack. So if you actually zoom in on one of these, they actually have, like, lettering. And that's what, I don't know what actual line these are from, but this is a Japanese, I think it's a DMU, diesel unit. I think it might just be a generic livery. Kanto Railway, DC 2100. But yeah, that's where all these station assets came from, especially up here. The big one. I know one of these actually has like the signage on it. Yeah, there we go. Is that Harado Murayama Station? Might be what that is. Yeah, it is all narrow gauge, which is funny because the City Skylines track. Well, that looks ugly right there. City Skylines track is all standard gauge, but somebody on Workshop put in a narrow gauge asset. And I think it's actually the guy that made this content creator pack did a narrow gauge asset for that. And you can have that whole network set up that way. But that's not something I have the patience to mess with right now. I just think it's really cool to watch the POV videos. Like some guy puts a GoPro attached to the front window right behind the cab, and you can just watch them do an entire circuit of a line in Tokyo. And have all the station jingles and the announcements and everything. It's good background noise. All right, so this is a giant, you know what? Oh, we're still in single time speed. Let's fix that. we got traffic problems up here. So this probably needs to be either upgraded or we need to do some more sort of traffic fixes over here. I like to take a nap watching these. I like to take a nap playing these. So we're in good company. I don't think we're going to have time because it is almost midnight here. I'm not going to have time to really develop much of a park thing here. But I really would like to just have something here. Maybe make this into its own little interchange or something. I do want to fix this. I want to bring this out a little bit more to kind of hug this. Didn't they just like super nerf the JR pass when you could you just buy the one thing for like, I don't know, like a week or a month and ride anything pretty much except what's the I don't know what the exact term it is, but the really fast Shinkansen you can't ride with that rail pass, but pretty much everything else is fair game. I don't think that's a thing anymore. No, I don't work tomorrow. I'm off Mondays, so I'm good. But I am going to need to get off soon so I can do the rest of the stuff I was trying to do this evening. Station 18, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm 31 years old, so even if I did travel to Japan, I'd have to buy an adult ticket just like everybody else. They doubled the price. Okay, but does it still let you get on everything except the express ones? Because I want to do this stuff like go to the real small towns and ride their little branch systems. Like I know Uji has one. There's one in the oh god, where is it? There's this webcam I've had up since March. It's hold on, I'm gonna have to just look this up. Bear with me. Oh, this is all in kanji. I don't know how to read this, but I had it's like Cherry Blossom Station by the Sea or something. And I just found that recommended to me on YouTube one day, and it's somewhere in Noto Sakura Station in Anamizu Town, Ishikawa Prefecture. But yeah, it's cool. It's just like this little station along a curved line here, and it has I don't know, one little train every 12-15 minutes, and they're all little DMUs. They're cute. But what's funny is I'll see them on the webcam, and they'll have wrappings on them. And one time I was watching that, and it was like, hey, I recognize they have like anime characters wraps on them. And it was one of the ones that I'm watching right now. That's currently airing, called Insomniacs After School. It's really, really sweet little high school romance thing. But they do like this astrophotography. They take this trip in the anime to this one just, I don't know, real far off place to get like this cool picture to enter into a contest or whatever. And they get off the train at this not the station that I've been on the webcam for, but they get off the train at this like station that's on the same line, and that train that they get off of goes through that station every single time. And one of the DMUs on there actually had a wrap advertising the anime on it. I was like, wow, this is the biggest coincidence I've ever had in webcam history. Anyway, we have oh my god, look at all these people waiting for the blimps. I just thought that was cool. I've been watching this thing for months, and then all of a sudden these characters in this show go to this thing like, hey, I know where that is. I would love to ride any train possible in the entire country of Japan. Is it Shonen monorail? The elevated monorail that's like the one that hangs from the single track. Is that Enoshima? Around where that is? I would love to go ride that kind of stuff. I think there's a couple suspended monorails in Japan, but I know that one for sure. And Enoshima is a very beautiful place anyway. It's just so funny seeing all the anime train wraps and people like losing their minds. They're like, oh, the so-and-so train is here today, and they just post a picture and they're like, oh, that's so cute, that's fun. I like that. We don't do that here, and that's annoying. It kind of takes the fun out of stuff, you know, when you don't have the fun of the collaborations with popular culture things. I guess the closest that I've ever seen is in Atlanta, the MARTA trains are quote-unquote subway, which really spends more of its time above ground. They'll just have ads plastered to the side, but it's never anything fun. It's always like some accident injury attorney or something like that. I would love to save up for a trip, but very expensive, and I am very not rich. So maybe in a couple of years, we'll see. It'll be fun though. I'm very interested to see how many people are riding this line. Wow, we actually have a lot of people waiting. So let's 24 blimps. Let's just give them a bunch of blimps and see what happens. Look at this mess. look how ridiculous this looks. Oh boy. So now we have the problem of these blimps having to cross each other to where they can't get anywhere else. These guys are all trying to go into that station. And what I really need is for them to come through this first one. Underground blimp entrance? What are you talking about? It's not underground. Or are you talking about this? You want this to be raised? That was pretty much fine, I thought. And I'm pretty sure at the airport we did a good job of making sure that was on pretty straight level land. Yeah. That works. It's functional. Use all your YouTube monies. I'd have to have a lot more views to be able to fund a trip to Japan and pay some of my other expenses. But that sure would be nice. Would be a whole lot of fun. Could probably make some content out of it too, talking about different city planning stuff. Underground blimp 2? You talking about the subway? This thing? I don't really know. I don't think there's a good way to actually make this look any better. Could be stretched. I don't really know that actually does anything. I think it's fine like it is, honestly. Do we have other blimps coming our way? I think the main problem is this cluster right here. These guys are all trying to get somewhere. I love how they just go kind of underneath everything else. I guess these guys are just going to have to wait. Alright, so good news is freeway traffic is completely deplorable right here because all these people are trying to get into this part of the city. They're all trying to go in and out of this whole area. To why are they like this? It's still only 51%. That's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. This is not looking great either. I think the issue with the blimps is they can only ever go on one specific line, and you can't really cross them. They have to have a junction, so they just always back up, no matter what. So I think most of the problems we're having here are because people are trying to get into places they're not supposed to be able to get into. I guess if we really wanted to, we could have them come in like this and have another route to get in. But I don't know if they would follow it. Oh, it looks like that one is good. So maybe that will help. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, they just have to come along here and do one of those kind of things. Too many vehicles. Yeah, we have a problem. Oh, something's on fire. Well, they can stop that. Oh, I bought DLC. I didn't even tell you guys. The Brooklyns and Queens and Industrial Evolution DLCs for visual stuff. So I'm actually going to change this district to be the Brooklyns and Queens style for the high-density residential. They look a little bit better. They're like brick mid-rises. But the problem we're running into here is the vehicular traffic is a problem. So you can see these new buildings going in are going to be a lot more city looking. Like, look at that beautiful brick. And it's got window AC units and stuff. That's a lot better than all this glass and everything everywhere. I like this a lot. But now our issue is transit stuff. Clip the blimp circle for a buffering loop. What do you mean, clip it? Super tall district? That's going to be most likely what goes here in this part of the map. Be like a fancy downtown kind of thing. Bus situation. We don't really have any buses. We have the bus, tram, train interchange, but we got rid of the bus routes when we demolished pretty much this entire section of city here. Okay, you want a video club. Okay, well, they're not in a square anymore, so maybe we'll have to do that some other time. Casino Island. I mean, if you can figure out an island you want to be a casino, then maybe we can make that happen. But see, this with the beach and everything would be a perfect place for a big downtown with tall skyscrapers and stuff. I think we do need to put in buses, but I don't know. See, the bus depots... Oh, that's actually not that big. Thought it was going to be a much bigger deal. Let us put that in. Let's see. Railways of Japan, I think, had some bus assets I wanted to use. What is... That's Metro Terminal. Ah, Japanese bus depot. That's what I was looking at. So let's get rid of that one. Oh, that doesn't look good at all with the slope of the road here. Come on. I thought it clicked on the move it thing. Yeah, that's not a good spot for it. So let's see if there is a better place. Maybe close. This is pretty much all sloping, isn't it? I guess this is kind of our de facto transit area, isn't it? Water time. So we actually have a couple places over here where everything is kind of congregated. This one thing is an interchange for trains, buses, and trams, and then this is also a metro terminal. And then there's a train station. So this right here, pretty much anyone can get almost anywhere they want. Now I have for buses, I thought I had bus-only lanes. I had those before, so right now I don't have bus-only lanes, so that could maybe create some problems. But I think our biggest issue now... Oh, hey, all the traffic's on this side now. Why? Oh, there isn't any other way to get up there. That's why. Eminent domain. Yeah, city planner plays. That's his thing with the eminent domain. I guess I could just have this street come all the way down. I think this is what we want. We'll just have this go straight into the peanut roundabout. That's a nice little cut through for them. Hopefully they don't all want to use the freeway for that. We are going to end up developing pretty much all of this. It just takes a really long time. Just don't have enough students here. This is downgraded. Okay, because we don't have enough students. That's right. I forgot to check and see if the ships were going through the right channel. Oh, one thing I didn't mention. The cargo trains. The cargo terminal before... I'm not going to start building anything else like that tonight. But the cargo trains before were getting clogged up by some of the trucks going in, and I think that has since been fixed. I might have mentioned it in a stream a month or two ago, but they did fix that so we can start using cargo trains again. So I think we're going to end up putting cargo train terminals somewhere up here-ish, and then bring it down to this side of the airport and have a whole area for cargo trains and cargo planes to interact down here. But that's going to be kind of a long-term thing. There's not really a good train path over here I'm not going to build some huge, ridiculous 7-mile bridge or anything. So, could be a good opportunity for a tunnel. As a huge, enormous waste of taxpayer dollars, but if it's fun, right? Now, what kind of, oh, we don't have enough attractiveness. So theoretically, we shouldn't be able to build half the stuff we've already built. Active flight's 16. Active flight's 15. Okay. Oh, okay, that's expensive. Oh, we can make an airline. We'll do that next time, though. Because it is now past midnight here. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good place to call it for tonight. We got the airport connected. We got a blimp line. We got 2 interchanges built. And we've identified a deficiency in traffic planning. Although this is looking a little better ever since the blimp line started becoming a thing. This still needs some help. So we'll see what else we get into next time. But yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys. Hope you had a good time watching the stream. As always, thank you for being here. Thanks to Devilish Fun for all the contributions as well. And hopefully we'll be able to have another stream tomorrow maybe. I'm not going to have a video out tomorrow morning because it is already after midnight and I have not recorded anything. But we might try and do another stream tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, depending on what kind of time I got. But yeah, appreciate you. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.